anytime Kanzler and Lustig devote that much ink to one guy, that is impressive.
That's right.
I don't pull any punches. He is a hero.
You should take somebody like him under your wing because he needs guidance.
Anytime Kanzler or Lustig,
he needs guidance.
Under his wing.
Anytime Billboard reviews you in the best of the week.
You saw that?
Saw it. I cut it out. It's on the bulletin board.
I'm telling you that he has a bulletin board of you.
You think I'm stupid?
Steve's on his way.
Steve, from here could be the yellow balloon in Bloomfield. He plays his cards right. Or the yellow submarine. Over there. How many have you sold so far, by the way, since the Billboard review? Or Steven, since you had the number in there for further
you got to ask.
How many calls?
Ask your friend D'Urso.
You got to ask your buddy D'Urso.
He's handling it? No, how many calls since the number was in 3 weeks ago? Be honest.
Not many calls at all.
You being honest?
The first week it was.
How many?
20.
All right.
And then they dwindled down to nothing.
Because they didn't save it. It was an impulse sale. So of the 20, how many conversions to sales did we have?
Well, they weren't buyers. They were people.
Line 2. Did we sell products?
Bang. Last year or so.
He's too busy with Manson.
Manson?
Yeah, he puts out Manson discs.
Manson, the sequel. All right. This is for you, Frank.
Walt, you're always providing us with literature.
People should know what people do.
You promote yourself.
Before you hire a lawyer, you have to know what cases he's handled, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a Yellow Pages guy. Where shall I leave this, Frank?
You promote yourself. Just leave it. I'll pick it up. I'm the pickup boy here.
While I'm here, I'd like to pick up
that Midler tape.
What a memory you have, yes. Right here. This is to accommodate you. I take care of a good fireman friend from Irvington who helps put out burning fires, which is a redundant statement because all fires are burning. So I made a mistake. One of my rare blunders, a faux pas.
Now you're going. See, now you're cooking. This is the Walt I know.
Well, I can go into anything you want.
You're cooking. Just go.
Give me a cue.
Just go. Fires. You just went into fires, firemen, blunders, the history of blunders.
Give me a show business cue. It's got to be something you got to trigger me off. I'm like a chameleon. I'll turn colors, but just cue me.
You're like a Zelig, like Woody Allen.
You're more like a Broadway Daniel Rose.
That's right.
Broadway Daniel Rose.
The best Woody Allen movie. That was Broadway Danny Rose.
Frank,
I always looked at you like you were a Broadway Danny Rose. Did you ever have any balloon folders in your stable?
Frank, I get asked that question an awful lot of times, big guy. I remember back in 1968, a Jewish fella came in. He was a balloon folder. I booked him at the Armory in Newark. He opened up for the Blades of Grass on the Clay Cole Review.
Mm-hmm.
Young Rascals were also on the bill, and also the Clay Cole Dancers. I wish I knew where that contract was today. What are you looking at? What is that intent gaze fixed upon to my right?
I have to keep my eye on what's going on here,
you
too.
got two salespeople up there.
Yeah, but I still have to watch them. I am the manager.
How come you look in there, but you don't see the guy pocketing the jewel boxes behind you? He's got five inside his
Don't scare me like that, Walt.
I know. I want to see.
I have to go back and give him a beat.
I want to see if your pulse quickens.
No. There's not much that makes my pulse quicken. Yeah.
What do you have? Like playing with yourself with the left hand?
I got my keys.
Keys for that Frank.
I'm actually originally from the country. You could tell. I like to jiggle my change in my pocket.
What town do you
when
hail
I'm
from?
60.
Frank?
Well, I hail from that the most rural.
Let the laugh roll out. Let it roll.
The most rural of areas.
Work with the Halden. I had a bag of pretzels at an Indian store just now, waiting for you to come back, and I'm choking on the.
Why? You're into health food, aren't you?
No. I'm into wasting time here.
I
rushed up here to be with you to accommodate.
You were one of the progenitors of health food. I know you.
Well, before you lean on that yellowing article, let's make sure you're not gonna. Okay. Lean away.
That was Jersey City. That's where I'm from.
Jersey City. Kennedy Boulevard.
No, actually, I'm from Greenville.
Greenville. You know that my partner and I owned a record store in Greenville in 1971 to 73? Ask me the name of it.
What was it?
Penny Lane Records.
What was it?
Penny Lane Records.
Penny Lane, what was it?
Central Avenue Record Store.
Oh, that's not Greenville. Central Avenue is not
the
Greenville.
Heights, we call
That's
it.
the Heights, right. Greenville is on the Bayonne City.
All right. We were on the corner where the A&P was, at 250 Central Avenue.
What happened?
My partner and his family robbed me blind because I was an absentee owner. And I lost cost another bundle of money, as I did in Jersey City at 2865 Kennedy Boulevard when I had a theatrical recording studio there in conjunction with Stan Krause of Catamount Records.
Wow.
Stan Krause?
No.
Finder of 24 Karat Soul and the Persuasions. You're not into the late 60s.
No, I was still a child then.
I see.
But your list of successes is staggering me.
Yeah, so are my bankruptcies. 2865 Kennedy Boulevard, up over Howard Close, right across the street from Square Records.
Journal Square, of course.
Stan Krause, who later moved in and consolidated his business with us. I got 9 million things to talk about, but we're not going anywhere with that. I need direction.
So where are you at now? What are you doing?
Right now, we have the Four Aces CD coming out the end of August on the MCA label.
But what did you have to do with that?
I was the one that inspired it by contacting Andy Mackay 2 years ago. I supplied all the photographs that are in it, and I've given you a sample reprint of it in a bundle of goodies. I gave Al Alberts the release dates of certain records which MCA didn't have in their archives. I encouraged Peter Grindyce to write the liner notes, and he did them flawlessly except for one mistake which he got from Al Alberts, namely the release date of It's No Sin, which he lists as August, when in fact the record came out in April of '51. I supplied MCA with all of the 45 jacket sleeves and all of the vinyl product that was used, and my good blessings, and the picture that I gave them is on the front of the MCA CD, due out in 3 weeks.
So you should be getting a pretty hefty sum of money from
talking
this.
6 figures.
Uh-huh.
Enough to buy Mr. Michael the Urso a prime rib so that he can slurp the juice from the plate at Charlie Brown's in Montclair. That'll be edited out because it was a tasteless remark about a tasty dinner. Moving along, we have other projects. The Dupree's Christmas single will be coming out again in November, and I hope to expose that in Billboard and in Goldmine and in Discoveries. We have, what else? We have a documentary that we're featured in by the Palmer Video people, which is in process now, produced by Jim Riffle from Palmer Video on Morris Avenue in Union. We're doing a final shoot this Sunday at the Union Plaza Diner on Route 22, if you will. Hopefully that'll be out by the Palmer people, and I'll get some exposure in conjunction with what we're doing here today, Frank.
Well, what about now, though?
Now, today, from here, I must go and have lunch because I had lost some time, but I gained an admirer. I think